And welcome everybody to Herbie's Community Cooking Corner for July 7th, 2026, or 07072026. Oh man, if this is 1 year later, we could have 070727. Maybe I'll have to do a cooking corner on a Wednesday just so I can say that. But I digress. How's everybody doing today? As you can tell, am definitely full of it. And what is that it? Let's not go there. But we are going to be doing cinnamon chicken. Yes, you heard correctly. Cinnamon chicken. And we're going to do this with the help of the Cookie app. And also, the developer of said app will be coming by a little bit later on during the show. And talking more about the app and all that good stuff. So we're looking forward to that. Okay, so first of all, I just want to acknowledge our crew. We have Cindy Laban hosting us. We have Diane Scalzi connecting us into Clubhouse and streaming us. And of course, sitting in the center of her web, I'm no doubt, is the one and only Spider Woman, aka Heidi. Welcome to you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I understand your left ear is not working.
Oh, it hasn't been for a while. I'm just dealing.
Oh, all right. Well, are there any doctors that specialize in spiders?
Not that I'm aware of at the moment, but I'm still looking.
All right. Well, if anybody knows of any, you might want to let Spider Woman know so she can get, proper attention and all that. Okay, so today we're going to be doing cinnamon chicken. Now, the person who actually requested it, interestingly enough, is not on the call, to the best of my knowledge, but that's okay because they'll be trying it in a little bit. Because this was requested by my wife. Now, there were several cinnamon chicken recipes that I actually did come across. And I chose one that was simple enough to do and that had all the ingredients that I would actually have. There was like a cinnamon breaded chicken that required like wine and stuff like that, and those are ingredients I don't use, and so I wouldn't buy. That'd be interesting. Could you buy just the amount of wine you need for cooking? That would be an interesting question. Or I invite some of you convention goers come over here and finish off what I don't use. Okay. And I am hearing somebody's jaws. So, if it's your jaws that I'm hearing.
Priority notifications.
Wait.
Who's that?
Might be yours. Was your deck talk? Was your eloquence
No,
just
that was somebody else's talking.
Okay.
Might be Diane's.
Facebook?
Diane, I think that's you.
No?
Yes,
Okay.
Try again.
All right.
Messages. Now, DJ Cellrock making chicken.
Okay.
Speech off.
You know what? I don't want to mute her.
No. All right.
Oh, well.
All right. Well, with that, we are now going to bring up
Not hearing any.
our app.
Not hearing anything.
And this is the second time we've used the app on the call. We used it once before to make honey barbecue wings. And I've not had so much opportunity to really practice with the app as I really should, because we've been doing some cooking, but yeah. Okay.
Facebook. Mail. Facebook.
So
Closing
naturally
Facebook.
you're going to hear my phone.
Mail. Agra.
Oh,
Mail. Act.
okay.
Closing mail.
Yep.
Weather folder.
That you were supposed to hear. Okay. Open cookie.
Cookie voice recipes.
There we go.
Recipe search. Empty. Text
So
field.
cookie voice recipes, but to find the app, it's actually cookie AI.
My recipes. Tab.
This is less of a tour of the app and more of just seeing how the app works actually in action.
More. Tab. 3
I'll
of.
have to do a more dedicated Apple Bites to this app overall.
My truly breaded cinnamon.
Exploring the app here.
Cinnamon chicken.
You'll
Button.
have to let me know when
Actions
that is,
available.
'cause I'd be interested in it.
All right. Probably maybe in August or September. Okay. We're going to double tap the cinnamon chicken recipe. And I can actually talk to this thing.
Microphone on. Say cookie to give a command. Button.
And I looked at the bottom of the screen to find out. So let's start with this. Cookie. Give me the ingredients list.
Ingredients. 4 skinless. Boneless chicken breast halves. 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon. 2 tablespoons Italian-style seasoning. 1.5 teaspoons garlic powder. 3 teaspoons salt. 1 teaspoon ground black pepper.
So we're going to try this with chicken thighs, and we're going to use a little bit more cinnamon than what it calls for. So that's the only adaptations I'm making to this recipe. Hey, Cookie. What am I supposed to do first?
First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. This will ensure your oven is ready when the chicken is prepared.
All right. Well, I'm doing as I'm told here, so I gotta preheat my oven. And but that's what I would do anyway. Okay. Next thing I do need to do is get out my cutting board. That would definitely help. Ah, there we go. It's buried under things, including a pizza pan, which I haven't used in ages. Okay. Let's see if this thing can hear me. From over here. Cookie. What is the next step?
Step 1. Preheat oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius.
Oh, whatever. Hey, Cookie. What's step 2?
Step 1. Preheat oven to 350 degrees
Okay,
Fahrenheit.
maybe too far away
Step
from the
2 of
phone.
3. Place chicken in a lightly greased 9 by 13 inch baking dish. Sprinkle evenly with ground cinnamon. Seasoning, garlic powder, salt and pepper. Note, you can be liberal with the seasoning, garlic powder, salt and pepper. However, the cinnamon should only be a dusting and not clumped. Not started. Button.
Really? Should not be clumped. Okay.
Step 1 of 3. Step 2 of 3. Step 2 of 3. Place chicken in a light... Speech off.
So we need a lightly greased thing. So first of all, we need to get out the chicken. So let's do that. I've got chicken thighs here, and I've also got chicken breast, which I'm going to be using for 2 very different recipes. The chicken thighs are a little bit fatter, so that's how I can tell that they are flatter. Yep, so they are chicken thighs. So I'm going to get them out. And it said to put them in halves, so we're going to do that. But first of all, I'm going to get out my baking dish. And this is everybody's favorite part, the clash boom bang of pans. Right in your ears, distorted, the whole 9 yards. Yes, yes, yes. Do I hear more of that? I'm so pleased. Oh, I'm so rotten, aren't I? Don't answer that. Okay, so, that's actually, was actually pretty painless, I thought. So, where's my cooking spray? Here is Pam. Not Pam Coffee, just the Pam cooking spray. I'm going to lightly grease the pan. I could also use parchment paper if I felt so inclined. And I do like parchment paper. I use it more for baking, but I find it a pain to have to get out the thing and unravel it and all that when I can just spray the thing. So I exercise my license to be lazy. But it does say, greased is an option anyway. So yep, indeed, I did get out chicken thighs. And I'm placing each thigh now on a cutting board. And then we're going to place it in the pan. And now is a good time if anybody has any questions so far.
Well, let's see. Come on, everybody, wake up. No, not yet, but somebody will, I know.
All right, so one comment I've
Yep,
already...
got one.
All right.
Got 2.
Got to.
Woohoo. Okay, Petra, go ahead and
Yes,
unmute.
ma'am.
Kirby, it's not really a question, it's a comment. Step one in my kitchen is always remove everything that I have stored in the oven before I preheat it.
Oh, well, now that's an interesting one. I will tell you. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, my whole family, my daughter, my sister, all of us use the oven to store things that we don't have room for in other places.
Oh, wow. I must admit, I've never used my oven for that purpose. I've seen it done, but as a general rule, I don't. But yes, if you are somebody that uses your oven to store things, and that is very important. But I will tell you, I've had people that have helped. I've gotten burnt by this, almost literally once. So I had a cleaning person once store one of I think it was either a pan or a cookie sheet in the oven. Either way, I was unaware of this and I didn't even think about it because I don't use my oven that way. So turn on the oven. Yeah, it was a pan. So I turn on the oven. It's heating up nicely. Go to put the pan that I wanted to use in the oven and discovered that there's another pan in the way. And that was especially aggravating because I was not even feeling good that day to begin with. But so for me, that was just like double aggravation. But so yes, very good point. But I'd say if you can avoid using your oven to store things, that's even better. Okay, who is next?
Allison.
Allison, welcome.
What kinds of pans are you using? Aluminum or Teflon?
I'm using the
I'm
good
always
old...
curious what the difference is between aluminum and a Teflon pan.
So, good question. First of all, I'm using the good old-fashioned glass 13 by 9. You could also use a cooking sheet. And I use a 13 by 9 because I can store all the chicken. The difference between the glass and the different types of pan. Okay, so Teflon, I know I've seen those on for stovetop cooking. I don't know if I've ever seen those for inside the oven per se. So the idea of Teflon, so the pan isn't made of Teflon. Teflon is a controversial nonstick coating that is put on the bottom of a pan in the factory, so that way things don't stick to it. And it's, like I said, used more for like stovetop cooking, so like your skillets and stuff is where you'll see the nonstick coating. Of course, the coating can come off, and there's always concerns about does that get mixed in with your food or not. And all I know is I haven't keeled over yet, so that's my best answer to that. But but it could explain a few things about me over the years. I don't know. So and okay, here's somebody typing. So what was I gonna say? Aluminum pans are made of foil. They are generally lightweight. There are some baking, like really large aluminum pans that people use for like turkey, because they have like higher sides. So Cindy LeBon, computer audio unmuted.
Sorry, I muted me.
Okay. So I'm now sprinkling the cinnamon over the chicken, by the way. And I'm doing a generous amount. I don't care what the stupid thing says. It says not to let it clump, so fine. But does that answer your question there, Allison?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Melissa has her hand up.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Melissa.
So you just preheated the oven, right?
I've preheated the oven and I've put the chicken in the pan and I'm now sprinkling on the cinnamon.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is a simple recipe.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And then after that, you cook it when it's done.
Yep. You definitely want to cook this one.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Very good.
So you're using the cookie AI.
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh, this is so strange. I've never put cinnamon on meat before, but that's what we're doing here. So, all right. Very good. Anybody else?
No, sir. But as
So
soon
we-
as I say that, you know.
Yep.
what
So we did
happens.
get one comment from the Peanut Gallery earlier, Celeste saying that I should use the cookie app to make cookies, and yeah, I definitely should. Okay, I'm now going to put on the salt. Where did I put the salt? There we go. Okay, so we're just going to make sure to use a tiny bit. Because that's not the purpose here, but we just want a little bit. And I think I may put a little bit more cinnamon. I noticed some parts that were not coated.
Petra has her hand up if you want to
Sure.
go for her. Go ahead, Petra. Come on, girl.
Murphy, I would think if I were doing this recipe, I would be tempted to mix all the spices together because that way the chicken would all be evenly spiced. Do you think that's a reasonable idea?
I
Instead
did
of maybe
actually
getting
think
too
about.
much cinnamon on.
Go ahead.
Well, instead of getting too much cinnamon in one spot or too much salt in one spot, or that way they they would be equally ruined if they're ruined, or they would be equally delicious if they're delicious.
So, great question. I've seasoned stuff a lot long enough to kind of know how to do it evenly, but if you want to make sure that it is done evenly or if you want precise measurements, then yes, that would be the better way. All right, Diane.
Did you say you were hearing me earlier?
Actually, I don't think we were hearing you earlier.
Okay, because I had my microphone turned off and I had disconnected Clubhouse, so I needed to know what else I needed to do. I think if I muted Zoom, I would disconnect Clubhouse from Zoom, right?
Okay, so great technical question. The answer is nope, you can actually mute Zoom and you'd be fine because we don't need to hear Clubhouse, so but you'd still need to mute your mic anyway, so because of the Clubhouse side and the stream side, so.
Okay, so maybe I'll just go ahead and mute Zoom so that nothing will happen. All right, thanks.
Yep. But don't forget to still mute your mics because of the Clubhouse and stream, so. Alright, next we need garlic powder, and I had to get new seasonings, so these are all over here at the table because they just arrived yesterday and I've not sorted them out, and I decided just to leave them where I could easily get access to them for the sake of the call. So, yes, I had thought about doing it Petra's way, which of course does involve a little bit more dishes too, but I'm gonna be lazy today. When am I not lazy? Don't answer that. But anyway, okay, so I actually don't know which seasonings I'm opening here, but I will know by sense of smell. And it doesn't matter. They're all the ones I need for this recipe, so but I love it when the paper flap comes off, tears off, and the rest of the paper is still on this bottle. So, seasoning bottles, of course, come with a protective paper. And part of the protective paper fell off, so we're going to use a butter knife to pierce the center of the paper. And now we can peel it off from the inside out. And this is pepper. Actually, I think this is Italian seasoning. It's not making me sneeze. Okay. Now, where did my column? There we go. So I'm going to put the thing back on so it won't just dump out when I pour it. So we're just sprinkling this on the chicken. And the idea was to go heavy on the cinnamon as well. I'm going back to Petra's question anyway, so that's what we are doing here. Okay. And then I'm going to wash my hands and wash the bottle too, because there's a potential of, if I've touched the bottle at all with, raw meat stuff in my hands, we want that cleaned off. Okay, now I think this bigger bottle is garlic powder. We're about to find out. I'm taking the lid off. It has a different type of lid. Yep, this is definitely garlic powder. Okay. It's also the McCormick brand, and sometimes those are easier to identify differences in things. So we're going to sprinkle that over. Okay. So that's it with the garlic powder, and then going to wash all that off. Talking like a native Mallorca. Okay. And then this one is definitely that first one was definitely pepper. So then the Italian seasoning is interesting because it has tape on the lid and it looks more like a jar and less like a bottle. So interesting how did they do that. Okay, do we have a protective film on this? It's hard to tell until we open it. But I'm getting all this extra tape off the lid that they put on there just to annoy me. It's all about me. Yep, there is a protective thing on here. So, is there a way to peel it off? Ooh, I do think we can. Yes, I can peel this one off without any problems because there's no flap to come off. So, let's put our little colander thing back on so it doesn't sprinkle out too much. Okay. So, that is that. Now, I do believe we're going to put this in the oven next, but hey, Cookie, what is step 3? VoiceOver isn't talking to me. Let's see here.
Step 3 of 3. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius, for about 30 minutes or until chicken is cooked through and juices run clear. Current step button. Speech off.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do is bake at 350 for 30 minutes. Now let's see. I don't think my trusted or formerly trusted Google device is working. Hey Google. Yeah, it's having issues, so I can't just yell at the device. So that's okay, we'll do it this way. So we're gonna have a potato salad and green beans with this, and I'll make the green beans closer to when it's ready to be served. The potato salad is store bought, so don't need to make that. Set timer for 30 minutes. Okay, now's a good time if anybody has any questions.
Not yet. Yes.
Yes.
Allison.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What are some good side dishes to serve with the cinnamon chicken? Because it sounds yummy.
Well, I just mentioned what we're doing, but I mean, I don't know this. Let's see if the Cookie AI app has any recommendations. Let's see what things can do, because a lot of this is personal preference.
Speech on.
Hey, Cookie. Are there any recommendations for side dishes with this recipe?
Roasted vegetables like broccoli or green beans, or a fluffy rice pilaf would be delicious side dishes for your cinnamon chicken. A simple green salad would also offer a nice fresh contrast. Speech off.
So there you go. It recommends roasted broccoli or vegetables and, green beans or green salad. So there you go. That's, or rice pilaf. So there you go. I just asked the app. I don't have to think about these things now. I can just ask the computer, Anyway. So there you go.
And you have 2 more hands up.
All right.
Okay, Mitch.
Are you using the free version or subscription version for the Cookie AI app?
So I actually did pay for the subscription. I figure I'm probably going to use this app quite a bit, especially on these calls. It's definitely convenient for that. So
is the developer going to log in here?
She should be. I'm hoping to see her pretty soon.
I'm watching.
Yep. But it's still a couple minutes early than I'm expecting her anyway, so. But yes, I did pay for the yearly subscription, and so I do have all the features of the app. All right, who is next?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Yes,
Hey,
ma'am.
Herbie. Hey there. One idea, if you're vegetarian, you could cut up extra firm tofu into maybe 2-inch cubes and use roll it in the spice mixture rather than sprinkling it on, because that way you'll get it all over it. And then put it on. I'm assuming you're using a greased cookie sheet for this. Is that true? And my
I'm
other
using a
question
baking pan actually, but
is it greased?
yes.
Oh, good, because otherwise, yeah. And I'm thinking the cooking time probably will be the same for the tofu as the chicken, although I don't know. People who bake tofu know how to do it. And this is also really good if you wanted to do it, I suppose, in a convection oven or your fryer, although I don't know the exact recipe for it. Did you buy your spices at the local store or did you use Spice House?
I just got them from the local store.
If you ever want to buy from Spice House, you can get, I think it's like just postage for an envelope, and they'll send you these little packets which exactly fill up your glass bottle, so you can get refills from them. So kudos to Spice House. They're wonderful, and their customer service is delightful. If you want to call their 800 number, they'll really help you out.
All right, very good. Well, now I'm just curious. Let's see if this app has to say anything about the recipe here.
Speech on.
Hey, Cookie. Can you use tofu for this recipe?
Yes. You can use firm or extra firm tofu as a substitute for the chicken. Make sure to press the tofu well to remove excess water before seasoning. Then bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25-30 minutes until heated through and slightly golden.
Well, there you go. Isn't that cool? You can have the app look up these things and ask it questions. So what Liz said is correct about the tofu. Bake it for about, well, it says 25 to 30 minutes. And a good point about, definitely getting rid of the excess water and all that type of thing. So, very good. All right, do we have any other hands?
No, sir, we do not. But
All right.
You watch somebody, they always raise their hand. You say no. But no, sir, we do not.
Yep. Yeah, so the app is not what I would call a Tory replacement, but it can definitely look up things. I think that's pretty cool that the interactive part of the app is definitely a handy thing there. Okay, let's see if we have.
Okay, you do have a hand.
All right.
I think. Let's see.
think?
Allison,
Yep.
go ahead.
Okay. When Daria gets in here, she shows up. The suggestion that I have is I think the app should be put in the Blind Shell Classic 3's Aurora store because there's some of us that don't use smartphones. That would be a good suggestion.
All right.
She should consider it for the Blind Shell 3. Yeah.
Good idea, Allison.
Well, good thing you've got a personal representative for the blind shell right there with the Cindy LeBon that can talk to the right people.
I just wrote it down.
All right.
So.
I will say, I to be fair though, I don't know much about the blind shell, so I don't know how much AI stuff it can do. Because I won't go into much of the technical, but let's just say that I will say that you could definitely, you might have some disadvantages with a phone like that, and I do realize it's a good phone and a simpler phone to use, but just fair warning, you may there can be some disadvantages to a phone like that. So
you have 3 hands up.
All right.
Okay, Donna Clark.
Oh, Donna.
Right, so
Miss Frog.
So the stuff you put on it, will it make a coating on it? Like, will it make a crust?
It won't make a crust. But it will kind of stick to it because of like the juices of the chicken. So I wouldn't call it a crust. But it's just a coating. I think if you've ever seasoned like chicken with just some salt and pepper, it's gonna look like that. And who's next?
Okay, we have 2 hands. Elizabeth, I'm going to get Ibrahim first since he hasn't had the opportunity. So,
I think
Ibrahim.
I'd better hear from Elizabeth, but that's okay. No.
Hello.
I love you.
Well, you get to hear from me next. So I had to step out and out and in a few times. So I might have missed it. Are you going to serve this with any sauce?
No sauce.
No sauce.
No
okay.
sauce. But you know what? But see, Ibrahim, if you get this app,
try again. Enter passcode.
This is what you can do.
Cookie.
Hey, Cookie. Are there any sauces that would go well with the cinnamon chicken recipe?
There you go.
Simple honey lemon sauce would complement the cinnamon and spices beautifully. Whisk together some honey, fresh lemon juice, and a touch of olive oil for a quick drizzle over the cooked chicken.
Isn't this cool that you can just ask it stuff like that? Like I can pretend like I know what I'm doing.
It is. That leads to my next question. So I have to step out early because I'm hosting something next. So I won't be here for the segment when the developer comes on. And can someone tell her to put it in the South African store because it's still not available?
Well, again, people have the wrong phones, live in the wrong country. Not
I
my
don't wanna
problem. Not our
move.
problems. Is it? Don't.
Aw.
We will mention that to her. Yes, that we need it in the South African store. 'Cause, I can think of actually. I actually do know two blind people that live in South Africa. So I can tell her that at least two people. I think the other, because I know the other person cooks, so she might get the app too. So I can tell her, you've got at least two potential customers in South Africa. So, I'll mention that to her. People don't ask for much, do they? I don't even know if this app is even available for Android. Actually, come to think of it, so that's an interesting question. All right.
Okay, you want your other paw? I mean, your other hand?
Yes, let's get to Elizabeth.
Okay, Elizabeth, go
Hey,
ahead.
this is a nifty app. I like the sauce thing. The other thing I'm thinking is if your pan that you got the chicken in is big enough, you could chop up some broccoli or some zucchini or even any vegetable you've got, carrots, vegetables, cauliflower, and put it right alongside the chicken. It wouldn't really get the spices on it much, but a little bit, but it would roast it all in one pan. You wouldn't have any extra dishes. And especially with the spice mixture, if people want to mix up those spices, if they could use like a quarter cup measure, yes, it is one more dish, but it's like a mini dish. So that would be my take on the spices. Anyhow,
Very good.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, this is a very little nifty app. Like I said, and I can actually pretend you guys will never know when I give you an intelligent answer to a question if I actually know it or if I had to look it up with the app. So you'll never know. Anyway, Jonathan asked how much chicken did I use. So I used a small pack of chicken thighs. So I want to say it was like 6 thighs in the thing. But of course, this depends on how much you're wanting to make, and it is personal preference. It does call for like 4 chicken breast halves. So that's what it specifically calls for. So. All right. Do we have any other hands?
No, you do not.
All right.
I'm looking and I'm watching for Daria.
I actually do have a question.
All right.
Ask it if there's a difference in cooking time for chicken breast versus chicken thighs.
I was just thinking
9:38.
about that.
Multi button. Flashlight off. Cookie. Step 1 of 3.
Good one.
System
Got
font
it.
regular. 17
Hey, Cookie.
White. Center justified.
Is
Page
there
2 of
a
2.
time
Center
in the
of screen.
cooking difference
Cookie.
if you were using chicken thighs?
This recipe doesn't specify cooking times for chicken thighs. Only for chicken breast halves. For boneless, skinless chicken thighs, you might need.
Oops, what do you need? It's a secret.
Step 2 of 3. Place chicken in a speech
Okay.
off.
But I did cut the chicken thighs in half like you would the chicken breast, so it should be about the same. But I might give it 1 or 2 minutes more. All right. Do we have any other questions? Or anything else you want me to ask the app for that matter?
Nobody has their hand up right now.
You want to go through the schedules real quick?
Yeah,
before
we can
Daria
do
gets
that.
here?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I'm keeping my email open too in case she emails me and saying I'm having trouble getting in. So all right. Let's see here. All right, homemade crispy onion rings and bloomin'. What?
I'm sorry. It sounds so good.
All right, crispy onion rings and or bloomin' onion in the air fryer. I'm probably gonna do more of the crispy onion rings. I think that's gonna prove a little bit easier, and then because I've just not had a chance to practice the bloomin' onion. So I think we'll just say crispy onion rings in the air fryer next week.
I can put the bloomin' onion in later.
Yep. And then Lemon Lovers recipe document with Heidi the following week on the 21st. And then no call on the 28th. This little thing called convention. You all may have heard of it. So yeah, it's kind of happening, and so they wouldn't like it if I tried to have a cooking call during convention. So, of course they wouldn't like it if anybody else did a call either, but we can't. So no call on the 28th because of convention. Taking a look at August. Fried tilapia with yours truly on the 4th. And then air fryer salmon patties on the 11th. And well, Selrock, I'm so glad that I'll talk to you in just a second here. First of all, it'll be either mixed vegetable soup or KFC fried chicken in the air fryer. And on the 18th, Mama's Lemon Pound Cake. It tastes so nice on the 25th. And yes, Elrock, I've not had a chance to practice the bloomin' onion yet. 2 reasons. 1, we may have an alternative recipe to try. And okay, I'm getting bad jokes from Ibrahim. But yeah, I would like to see you practice the bloomin' onion recipe too, Selrock. So you can get yourself an air fryer, which would probably make you a lot happier, given that you're living in Massachusetts with no AC anyway, and so you'd have a way of cooking throughout the day. You wouldn't be able to cook TV dinners, but. And then I will give you the recipe, and you can get started right away, and you can see how fun it is, especially separating the petals. And yeah, but I love giving people a bad time. And Abraham wants to know. This is the stuff I get in my messages, folks. He wants to know. What is the difference? Is convention a type of oven, or is that convection? That's convection. Oh, boy. I can tell you, folks, stuff I have to deal with. All right, do we have any other hands?
No, sir, you do not.
All
and
right.
I'm watching for your guest.
Well,
We do have 2 numbers on here, but I know where they belong.
all right. She's got your numbers, folks, and she knows where you belong.
You're on my hit list. They're on my hit list.
She said it, not me.
Uh-oh, Petra.
Oh, dear. Okay. We know you, Petra.
Go ahead, dear heart. Go ahead, Petra.
I wondered if you could ask the cookie AI if you can cook this recipe in an air fryer.
All right.
Very
well,
good.
We will ask it. Let's see. Let's bring it up.
Speech on. Social folder. 7 apps.
Oops, we got out of
Cookie.
the app.
Cookie.
That's okay.
Active. Cookie.
Hey, Cookie. Can you make this recipe in an air fryer? Uh-oh.
Recipe search. Add your own. Search for chicken. My recipes. Tab.
It
2
took
of
us
3.
out the recipe.
Honey bar.
That's
Cinnamon
fine.
chicken. Button.
Okay.
Back.
Hey, Cookie. Can you use this recipe in an air fryer?
This recipe is designed for oven baking. To adapt it for an air fryer, you'll generally want to lower the temperature by about 25, 50 degrees Fahrenheit and reduce the cooking time, checking for doneness frequently.
Okay, so there you go. It is more designed for the oven, but you can definitely try it in the air fryer with a lower temperature and checking more frequently. So,
You got another hand.
All right, we got another hand.
Yes, sir. Okay, Mitch.
Can you ask Cookie how many onion rings you can make in a 5-quart air fryer?
So, okay, I don't know if I can ask it something that's because I can ask it about the recipe. I don't know if it'll answer some. I think I may have to be a different part of the app for that type of question. But how many onion rings can you put in an air fryer? Is that what you're wanting to ask?
In a 5-quart air fryer. I know there's different size air fryers.
Right.
946. Try multi. But flashlight. Off. Button. Camera. Button. Enter passcode.
Probably would use a different
Cookie.
smart assistant for that, actually. But, so for this one, let's see. I can try it. Hey, Cookie. How many onion rings can fit in a 5-quart air fryer?
I can only help with questions related to the cinnamon chicken recipe you're currently
That's what I
making.
thought.
I don't have information about air fryers or how many onion
So
rings they
then we'll
can
do
hold.
this. Ask ChatGPT, how many onion rings can you fit in a 5-quart air fryer? So 12 to 16 medium onion rings.
Cookie. Back. Button.
And yeah, like I figured, you can ask it questions about your particular recipe. I don't think you can ask it general questions. I'll have to play with that and I'll confirm that for next week. But yeah. But that's where you can ask Siri, and if you have later iPhones, ask it to ask ChatGPT those types of questions too. So you do have options. But that's good for more general type questions. But for a specific recipe question, then that's where this app really is what it's more designed for. Okay, perfect. We're learning about this app, folks.
Hope she doesn't forget.
Well, I hope not. Well, I know because I talked to her over the week. I sent her the link over the weekend. So, but she also says she's super busy. So, and yeah, Celeste, very interesting. She's saying the question about the onion rings in the air fryer reminds her of how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? I don't honestly know. Does anybody really know? Okay. But then my question is, what would you do for
The
a
answer
Klondike
is
bar?
2.
2?
2.
2. Okay.
Yes. If you've listened to the Tootsie Pop commercial, you'll understand that it takes 2 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
All right. I think I have listened. I do vaguely remember that commercial, but it's been a while. All right. You Northeasterners obviously know things that the rest of us don't, or something. So okay, good to know. So very important things that you learn here on the cooking call, like the fact that it's 2 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. What else was I going? Oh, just wanted to mention the. Yep.
Herbie, 10 minutes. To the
Okay.
top of the hour.
Yeah,
Real
I'm
quick.
tracking. Yeah, Diane.
Well, yeah, for the stream side, you get to tell me
the
about.
stream ends at 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You get to tell me about the other one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you go off at 11 on the stream.
Yep. So real quick, guys. First of all, there will be a cooking call prize related on the auction, so be on the lookout for that. Second of all, for those of you on the stream side,
Aw.
we will be Leaving you. I know, it's sad. But hey, I've got good news. You can save a bunch of money by switching to Geico for your car insurance. Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't help anybody here because I don't think any of us drive. But I guess if you have a car, that's good to know. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's right. Because Heidi, Nick drives. So has he saved a bunch of money by switching to Geico? I hear you can say in just 15 minutes, 15% or more on car insurance. I don't know because I've never had to.
I'm not sure what if he's going with the gecko or what.
Yeah, you should find out these things. It's good to know.
Should.
Yeah. Anyway, but so that's great if he does switch to Geico and save 15% or more. I'd love to know if that really is true or not, honestly. But anyway, I will say in all seriousness, I do wonder like with these commercials. Okay, what is truth and what is a gimmick? But there are some things that, I would never be able to find out. So anyway, what we do have for you is we are still on Zoom. We are still on Clubhouse if you would like to join us. And to get on the Zoom side, it also means you can participate if you would like. So how do you do this? I am so glad you asked. You simply send an email to community@acb.org and include your name, your email address, and say, please include me on the community call list. And they will add you starting with the next day. You'll get 1 to 2 emails per day. The only time you'll usually see a second one is if there is a correction that has to be made to the schedule. So it's very rare. And you'll get 1 email on the weekends. And that's it. It's not a discussion list or anything like that. However, we do also have our cooks list where I will be posting this recipe. And I post many others related to the call. And other cooking calls use the list as well. I know some people are upset because Jeannie hasn't posted a recipe in a while. And that's how that goes, unfortunately. But yeah. So you can subscribe to that by sending an email to acb-cooks plus subscribe at acblists.org and just send a blank email. It'll ask you to confirm that you want to subscribe. You'll do so and you'll get an email confirming you're subscribed. It's a very low traffic list. Occasionally a topic does stir up the masses a little bit, but it's really designed to be low traffic and yeah. Also, just a quick note that we always do encourage people to contribute to this cooking call because, well, guess what? You get to save everybody from hearing me blabber on all the time. So what more could you ask for? And how easy is it? Well, you know what? Our host has done it a couple of times, and I think do we have you booked again?
Yep, you sure do.
That's what I thought. And even
September apples.
Oh, do you remember that 21st night of September? Oh, sorry. Anyway, and even our streamer has done it. Yes, indeed. Yes, our streamer. Granted, it wasn't her recipe, but she still came on and talked to us about how to make Italian sausage. So we've had all sorts of it here, and we're always looking for you. So how can you become a contributor on the cooking call? I'm so glad you asked. You can send an email to community@acb.org and ask to be in contact with Heidi, aka Spider-Woman. And they will forward the email on to her and all that. And then you can just ask her about either the list of requested things that people have asked us to do, or you can contribute your own thing that you want to cook. And we'll get you on here. And
I generally respond within 24 hours of getting an email.
All right.
And you do have a hand.
All right, we do have a hand. And I'll just say, and then we'll talk to you individually about whether you're doing pre-recorded, live, that whole sort of thing. So,
yep.
Okay, who have we got?
Petra.
Yes, ma'am. When are we going to see you presenting?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Probably not for a long time. Have you done before hush puppies?
I have not.
That's a recipe
I
for
would
Petra.
love how to do good hush puppies.
Okay, that is something I've not had any experience doing. I didn't even know you can make them. I thought you only just bought them. But all right. I will put that on the list and I'll look into it. But if anybody actually has any direct experience with making hush puppies, that would definitely be preferred because you know what you're doing. So, I don't even. But I tell you what,
Cap B. Bravo.
I've got
Priority
an app
notif-
for
messages.
this type of crisis.
Step microphone on. Back, sit back button.
Oh,
Home button. Tab selected. My more tab. My recipes. Sort recipes. My home button. Home button. Tab bar. Home tab. Select more tab. More. Home tab.
So we
Selected.
want our home tab.
Cookie voice recipe. Recipe search. Empty. Text field. Recipe search. Braille screen input. GH. GH. Dot positions calibrated. H. U. SH. Hush. P. U. P. P. I. E. S. Puppy. Stopping Braille screen input.
All right,
Clear
hush
search.
puppies.
Clear search button. Add southern homemade. Homemade. Add southern hush puppies recipe. Golden and fried. Vertical line the kitten button.
Oh, that sounds good.
Homemade hush puppies recipe. House of Nash eats. From House of Nash eats. Add homemade hush puppies recipe. House of Nash eats button.
So let's
Homemade.
take
Add
a
southern
look at
hush puppies
these
recipe.
real quick.
Saving recipe. Ellipsis. Back button. How to recipe options button. Ingredients heading 1.5 cups fine or medium grind cornmeal. 1/2 cup all-purpose flour. 1.5 teaspoons kosher salt. 1.5 teaspoons baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon granulated sugar. 1/2 small yellow onion. 1 large egg. 1 cup buttermilk. 4 cups peanut or vegetable oil. For deep salted butter. For serving. 4 cups peanut or vegetable oil. For deep frying. Instructions heading.
I'll have to look to see if I can pan
Speech
fry
off.
these because I don't have a deep fryer. Okay, but there you go. That is going to be an interesting one to tackle. I've never made nor been asked about making them before, so I have an app to help out with this type of crisis. Thank you, Daria. All right. So much easier to search that way. But notice how, like with the app, I just typed in what I was looking for and it presented me with different options. So I can, it's a whole lot easier than
just
trying.
heard her come in.
Daria has arrived.
All right,
Yep,
she's
I
arrived.
just heard her come in.
Yes,
Yay.
indeed. Oh,
We've
hello.
got 32 minutes. I thought I'd tell you 2 minutes ahead of time.
Unfortunately, it's time to stop the stream.
Unfortunately, but all right. Clubhouse and Zoom.
Bye.
We'll stop the stream now.
Yes, Celeste, I'll look to see if there's an air fryer version of Hush Puppies. Daria, just to give you an idea, we've been playing around with the app. I've just made a cinnamon chicken recipe using the app. We've asked it. Yep, we've used it to ask questions about the recipe, including like vegetarian alternatives. And then I just demonstrated them, like the question was asked how to make hush puppies, so I just was demonstrating real quick like how to search through a recipe, like the different recipe options. So we've been having all sorts.
Unmuted.
Yep.
Just to let you know. Okay.
So we've been having all sorts of fun with the app.
That's phenomenal. I'm so glad you're using it and enjoying it.
Yes, indeed. And now I can look intelligent now when people ask me questions that I don't know the answer for. So, anyway, this is the developer of the Cookie AI app, ladies and gentlemen. Daria, welcome to you. And, well, I tell you what, we've got a couple of questions already for you in advance that we're going to get to. But, if you want to just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and some things about the app, and then we'll get into some questions.
Amazing. Yeah. So a little bit about myself is I've always been thinking about how to make cooking easier for over 20 years. I went to culinary school a long time ago, and then had a career in tech and have a career in tech. And recently, last year, the idea for Cookie came to me when I realized that I was asking my family, my kids, my husband, when I was in the kitchen, what's the next step and how much flour do I need? What's in the recipe that I'm not seeing right now, because I was cooking and they had the recipe book or the laptop or something else in the kitchen. And I should take this moment to say I am not visually impaired. But I was still having this problem because I really, really did not want to touch my phone with dirty hands. And so I built a prototype for Cookie really, really quickly on my laptop. And I live within walking distance of the Carroll Center in Massachusetts. I don't know if any of you know of the Carroll Center. And it is a center for the blind for people with all stages of vision loss. And one day I was thinking like, oh, this is maybe something that could be really useful for more people than just me, and specifically for people who are visually impaired. And why don't I go talk to somebody at the Carroll Center to see if this is useful? And long story short, they said yes. And so that's when Cookie was really born, when I made it into an app and launched it in January.
Yeah, I just gotta say, I hope you don't decide to take over the world someday or something, because you just might really design the program for that real quickly in your laptop. And
Yeah, really.
I just love it. So like, oh, I just casually built it on my laptop, and okay. Yeah. Anyway, do we have any questions, first of all, for Daria?
Yes. Celeste.
Hi, Celeste.
Hello. You mentioned the Carroll Center. I'm very familiar with that place. I haven't been there in over 20 years, about 20 years, but I went there for some programs in like 2004 and then to visit a friend in 2006. In fact, it's in my state, it's over in Newton, Massachusetts. So
it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So can you tell it, like, do you want to give everybody just a brief overview of what, I mean, they've heard me kind of demonstrate it, but do you want to give everybody a brief overview of, like, how the app is supposed to work?
Sure. So the app is it's really a platform for any recipe that you want to cook. So the first part of it is just pulling any recipe into Cookie, and you can do it in a variety of ways.
Is this?
Sorry?
Diane, you're muted. I think you're... Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that, folks.
Sure, no worries. So the first way that I started it was you could do a search within the app. So if you are looking to make air fryer hush puppies, which I heard you talk about a little bit ago, you could just do a search within the app to say air fryer hush puppies, and what comes out after that is 10 recipes that I've found across the entire web. You can choose any one of those and say, yep, this one looks good, I'm going to cook that. But there are also additional ways that you can pull recipes into Cookie. Specifically, you can copy and paste them. You can take a photo of a recipe book, or even just a card that you have written for yourself or somebody has written for you historically. And you can take a picture of that and it'll pull into Cookie as well. And so those are kind of the main ways that you can pull recipes in. And then you choose what you're going to cook and you get into the recipe view of it. And there you can say, read me all of the instructions, or read me the first instruction, or read me the third instruction, or read me all of the ingredients, or just read me the second ingredient. And you can go through that entire recipe in a way that makes sense to you as you're cooking or as you're pulling ingredients off from your shelf to get started to cook. And then when you are cooking, you can set timers to say, if these onions need to brown for 5, 6, 7 minutes, you can set a timer for that amount of time, and Cookie will set a timer for you and alert you when that's done. So yeah, that's how it's intended to work, and it's really intended just to make delicious food.
Ziggy, stop the stream.
Food.
All right, and Diane, just so you know, you're still unmuted. Okay, so I did not know about you could use it to set a timer. I'm gonna have to play with that particular functionality of it for next time.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. Obviously, as you've pulled the recipe into Cookie, you can always go back to it. You have the My Recipes tab, which has the list of everything you've ever made. And in the latest version, I've actually introduced search. So if you've got 25 recipes, you can say, I don't want to see the desserts. I really just want to see the ones that are for chicken, and go through just the chicken recipes, for example.
Somebody must have been really bad if they don't want to look at the desserts first.
Or
But
vice
have
versa.
very,
I don't
very
want to
good
look at the chicken, just
self-control.
give me the chocolate.
yeah, they're very, very good self-control. Yes, indeed. All right. Any new features coming to the app
Well, I
that you
am
can talk about anyway?
that I can talk about anyway. It isn't there yet, but I'm working on something with American Council of the Blind, so it'll be a very. I'll just leave it at that. I'll tease that
All
something might be
right.
coming. But it's very exciting.
Excellent. Well, glad to hear it.
I'm
Okay.
actually pretty close to you myself. I'm in New Hampshire, and I went to Perkins School for the Blind for one of their programs.
Oh, that's wonderful. I was just at Perkins for an event that they threw.
I've gone to the Perkins restaurant, but I don't think that's related to the School for the Blind. Okay. Anyway, no, but I've had the Perkins Brailer, so yeah. All right.
I got
so,
a few of those.
Yep. All right. Well, but just don't ever entangle Daria up in your web. We need her in the World Wide Web, not your.
No. She's safe.
Okay, that's good. Do we have any other questions?
Do you want to ask her the questions that came up before?
Well, it's gonna see if there's anybody actually having good questions first, but
No, not yet.
all right. So we've gotten several questions. First of all, the question is, will there ever be a version of this app for the blind shell phone?
I am not familiar with that. What is that?
Well, I'm going to break a rule here and let our host actually answer that question because she's more familiar with it than I am.
Okay, I am unmuted. Okay, well, my name is Cindy, and the blind shell phone is a phone that does not have a screen like an Apple or an Android. It has buttons on it. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like you have the 1, 2, 3, it's like that. And the 2 is the ABC if you want to spell out. And it's real easy to connect to the internet, for example. And what I can do is get your information and have them get hold of you, explain everything, and let's see if you can connect. Because I'm here to tell you, there's a couple of blind shell users on here. That's where that question came up.
Yeah.
And it is a nice little phone. So
Not as advanced as the iPhone, though. I will.
Well,
so.
no, but let me tell you, it's getting there because you can do quite a bit with it now.
Okay.
And it hasn't been out as long as an iPhone, but I'll get your information from Herbie, and I
If
will
that's all
get.
right.
Absolutely.
Up to you. Okay, and I will have them get in touch with you, and we can see where we can go from there.
Very cool. Yeah, one of the next things that I have on my list.
What about Android? Is it on Android?
That's exactly where I was going. So I am probably later this year going to be working on the Android version. It's going to take me a couple of months to do it, to port it to Android, but it is very high on my list of things that I'd like to do. So I'm hopeful that maybe this phone is compatible with Android or works on the Android operating system. And then that would be an easy win, because if it works on Android, then that's fantastic.
And Herbie, you have a hand.
Okay, we have a hand. Okay.
Yes, Celeste.
I'm just going to comment and say that I think that from what I've heard, the blind shell phone is basically like a hybrid smartphone slash the ancient flip phone that we all threw away years ago.
Right.
It's not like a flip. It looks like a flip.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work like a flip. It has categories. So when you're going to go down, and let's say you want cooking or food, they have a category for that. You go into that. You don't have to keep flipping through your phone or set up categories. It automatically sets up.
All
Oh.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So yep, we're gonna get education on the blind shell here. By the way, just so we don't lose sight of the cooking here, I'm making green beans, but I don't need the app for that. But one of the things we did use the app for was the question I got asked earlier on was what side dishes go with this recipe. So I was able to use the app to ask that very question, and so that was pretty cool. Okay, another question we got. So I'm going to expand on this question a little bit more. Like the question, like, so are you is this app available in any other country besides the U.S. at the moment?
It is. It's actually available globally. So anywhere you have an iOS device, you can download the app. The app is optimized for English, though. So
Right.
I have a bunch of people using it in the UK and in Australia and in New Zealand. Excuse me.
So the question we got specifically asked about was South Africa.
Yeah. They could
okay.
totally download. Anybody from South Africa can download Cookie. It's very much available there.
All right.
And I'd love to get the feedback to hear how it works with any accents too. I can't test all of that out, but I do try. I do have to keep that in mind as I'm building it.
Definitely. All right. Well, I'll get you the number one troublemaker.
Oh no! And you have a hand.
All right, we have a hand.
Christy.
Yes. Oh, somebody new. Love it.
Hello. My name's Christy. I'm from Ontario, Canada. Does the Cookie app, the unlimited, how much is that?
So the unlimited Cookie app is $3.99 US dollars, since we were talking about international. It has slightly different fees around the world, but in the US it's $3.99 per month or $29.99 per year.
How much is it in Canada?
Ooh,
just ask your chat. That's a general chat.
Okay, I know. Yeah. I just thought I'd bring it up since Christy was here.
All right.
It'll be approximately
trying to be a good host.
The Canadian and the US dollar exchange rate is pretty darn close. So Apple has some standard rules on how they do currency translation, but it will be similar to that.
Okay, Celeste, was that an accident where you raised your hand, or did you really do it?
I did raise my.
Okay, go ahead.
So so there apparently there's a subscription with this app, but you can also use it for free. So what's the difference? Like, what do you get with subscription versus no?
Yeah. So I really do want to make this available for people kind of forever for free. There is a version that is always there. So if you ask any question that is based on the recipe itself, that is free and will continue to be free. So if you ask what's the first ingredient, you will get the first ingredient. If you ask what side dishes go with green beans, that's not information that you will find within the within that recipe. That's an AI question. And so that is part of the premium set. The other things that are part of the premium set are pulling in recipes through copy paste or a photo, and also the Instagram integration where you can pull recipes in from Instagram. That's also a premium functionality. But most of the app will still work with just the basic one. I do want to highlight one additional thing, which is if you have voiceover, the app will work completely on the same settings that you have the voiceover settings on. But if you are visually impaired and not fully blind, then you have a different voice. If you are on premium, you have a premium voice. If you are on the free version, it's the Apple standard voice.
Okay, Melissa. You have a
Hi,
question?
Darlia. So I have a question.
when I first got the Cookie AI app, I noticed that you can use like different recipes, like learning how to make tamales. And I would say, hey, Cookie, what's the first step? Um, what is like when you're using the Apple free standard Apple, if you are going to get different voices, how can you pay for that subscription if you're going to get different voices? Is there like if somebody's going to like pay for a voice premium, what is that particularly when you're doing that? What is it? Is it like the app? How long have you been thinking about this app when you first developed it? When you first came up with the Cookie AI?
Sure. I think there are a couple of questions in there.
Yes.
So I'll answer the voice question first. So if you are on non-voiceover on your phone and non-premium, then you get the standard Apple voice that is shipped
Yes.
with the device.
Mhm.
So that's kind of the basic version.
Right.
You
Right.
can choose, there is no like voice premium. There's only
Right.
buy premium or not buy premium.
Yes.
And if you're on premium, then I use one of the Google voices actually.
Right.
So Google has a really nice AI voice collection, and I've chosen one to represent Cookie. And it's just more, it reads a little bit less robotically
Right.
than the Apple one. So that's the premium versus non-premium voice. Does that answer it?
Yes, and it sounded almost like Alexa, the Cookie app, because when I first got it, I was like, oh my gosh, and then I would search for a recipe on the Cookie AI, and it'll save automatically and it'll cookie it, and then I would ask Cookie, what's the first step? Is it like developed like just like kind of like an Alexa, or what's the other thing with the other voices? Like, what other different voices can you get from that?
Oh, I don't have any other voice choices.
Okay.
That's not a feature I have. I have thought about adding a new voice, which would be Basil.
Oh.
I've thought about having a man's voice in Cookie too. So cooking is not only a female activity. We have a lot of guys who cook too, and they might want to
Right.
call Basil instead
Right.
of Cookie.
Right.
But I
Maybe
have not
a
had a
good name.
chance to build that.
Well, a good voice
Yeah.
name, Basil, for a cooking call. That is.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So basically, you're thinking about using different voices because the first one that I have is like kind of like an Alexa app. That's what it's just kind of like that. That's the one that I have, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty amazing. This is my first time getting the Cookie app.
Very cool. Yeah, it's right now there's one premium voice that I use.
Okay.
And yeah, thinking about the new voices, I have a feedback mechanism in the app which I
Right.
look at really carefully. So if anybody is
Why?
very
Mhm.
sorry,
And
if
why does
anybody's
it say
very
like when you use the when you hear the toot like the beep, when you hear the beep, when you say like hey Cookie and it makes the beep sound, is it like the microphone, right? When you hear the beep sound,
Yeah, when the mic's engaging.
yeah, when you hear the beep sound and it makes that sound like the like when you hear the beep sound, why does it when you hear the microphone, why does it make that sound like whenever you hear that beep sound when you say hey Cookie and then it goes beep and then it's really amazing with
That's
that app.
just so you know that it's listening to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's so that's and especially useful when using a third party app on your phone. I really liked the confirmation that it actually is listening. So yeah, that is what that's about.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It will beep when it starts listening, and it should beep when it is starting to think too. So if you have AI and it needs a second to to think through something, that you should get also another confirmation, so you're not just like, and did you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so I have. Thank you, Melissa. I have
You're
another
welcome.
question. So this kind of came up. Like, will you ever introduce a feature like? Because right now you can ask it questions about the specific recipe. Would you ever introduce a feature where you can ask it a recipe question in general? Like, somebody asked me today to ask it how many onion rings can fit in a 5-quart air fryer, which of course is not related to my specific recipe. So would there ever be a possibility of something like that in the future where you could ask it a general question like that?
I might do that. Right now it is limited to the questions about the recipe.
Right.
But that's a cool idea. I haven't really spent a lot of time thinking about what the design would be for that, but that's very cool. Definitely submit it as a suggestion.
I'll do that. I'll give you a copy of this call too, so you can hear all the craziness that happened. Okay, I'm gonna pause for just a second here, and let's see if the person that would tell us about how the cinnamon chicken turned out.
Good. I don't taste much cinnamon, but I think it's good.
Okay, I did try to use quite a lot more than it suggested, so. Okay, there you go. That's the yeah. All right, that's the wife's report on the cinnamon chicken. And I tell you what, we'll take a quick bite before we get back into the app here. Yeah, the cinnamon kind of did bake into it more than I would have liked.
Fair.
No, it isn't. But that's what they say about life. Life isn't fair. Okay, we're real professional on this call.
Oh, I love it. I'm sort of jealous, and it's getting to be lunchtime, so now you're making me hungry.
Well, I can share the cinnamon chicken recipe that I used in the app to you.
Please do.
That'll be fitting. Well, here we can do that right now. So, again, I'm going to do an actual call dedicated to the whole exploration of the app, not just using it for a recipe, but...
And you have 7 minutes.
All right. And then I turn into a pumpkin again, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so...
I want to thank you for
Speech
coming
on.
on,
Back.
Daria.
But how to make the very best
Yes.
Southern back button. Cookie voice recipes. Tab. My recipe selected. Home. My recipes.
Oh, so
tab.
I'll tell you
Two of
what, let's
selected.
do this thing with this
Home.
hush
My
puppy
sort of
recipe
how to
real
make
quick.
how to make the very best Southern hush puppies. Button. Cookie.
So, hey Cookie, can this recipe be done in the air fryer?
Great. Moving to step 1. Prepare plate for draining hush puppies. Line
What?
a large plate with a
That's not what I asked it.
No, that's not at all what you asked it. That's,
Hey Cookie, can this recipe be done using an air fryer? Oh,
how to make the very best recipe option.
I love you too.
Microphone on. Say cookie
Yeah,
to give a command.
Cookie, can this recipe be made in the air fryer?
This recipe is specifically designed for deep frying, as it calls for heating oil to 365 degrees Fahrenheit and frying the batter until deeply browned. Air frying would likely give you a very different texture and may not cook the hush puppies through properly.
Okay, very
How's
good.
back,
Now
back,
that was
button,
much more
cookie.
helpful the second time around. But that's my
How to make the very
relationship
best
with
Southern
things that I talk to is sometimes
truly crispy
that can be
breaded
typical
cinnamon chicken.
experience. It
Cinnamon
helped that I
chicken.
talk closer into the phone the second time. 'Cause you can't, of course, hear how I'm talking into the phone, but the second time I talked directly into the phone, and that helped. So, okay.
Cookie back button.
But you got real life feedback on how the app works.
Back recipe options. Ingredient
Okay,
recipe
so
options.
recipe
button.
options with the cinnamon chicken.
Voice. Open original share. Dismiss share recipe button.
Share recipe.
Share insert text image. A gray letter inside a white. Close. Cinnamon chicken. Herbert's Mac Mini. Air. DJ. Anna. Chanel. Eric. Mup. Ali. Chanel. Community. Riley. Rumo. Richard. Heidi. Airdrop. Messages. Mail. Messages.
So
button.
we want
messages.
messages.
Text feed.
and
S. D. D. A.
Daria.
A. R. Results. David. Expand options.
No.
Darcy Bernard. Darcy Bernard. And Darcy Bernard. Add contact. But 2. Add result. Darcy Bernard and Daria. +1. Send button. Added back button.
There you go, folks. I just sent a recipe using the app to the app developer.
Speech off.
Amazing, and I just got it. So thank you.
You're welcome. We know I can do that, no problems anyway. How it got David out of DAR typing into the message field is beyond me, but
Never know.
anyway, that was iOS, not the app. So, okay, so there we go. So now we know that we cannot air fry that hush puppy recipe. So I'll have to look for a different one that I can air fry. But see, that's the type of thing I would not have known by default. And I get questions like this. Oh, can I air fry this? Can I?
Mm-hmm.
And now I can actually, get the answer while I'm mute. People think I'm so smart because I know the answer, and that's all because of your app. So
making people sound smart is a great thing. Love it.
Yep. Okay, do we have any final questions?
Let's see. No, sir, we do not.
All right. Well, I want to thank you, Daria, for coming on the call today.
Oh,
and
yes, you do. I'm sorry,
Oh, we do.
Herbie.
Okay.
Yes, Petra.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Petra.
Herbie will tell you I've probably interacted with this call more than I've interacted with any of his other calls because your app is so amazing.
Oh,
I am so impressed. I think your app is the best thing that's come along since sliced bread.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for developing it. I'm so excited about cooking more. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's such a kind thing for you to say. I really appreciate it. Share with your friends, get the word out. Really, really thrilled that you love it.
And we're going to be using this app a lot more on the call, so
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
This is great.
All right. So, okay, well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Daria, for coming on the call.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Hey, and don't be a stranger to the community. I think you have the potential to really be a rock star.
Oh, well, I really love working with all of you. I'm very excited. I don't know if anybody is involved with the teaching side of things too, but I just found out that a Carroll Center employee and I are going to be presenting at NEAER in November, all about cookie. So send your teachers to that to hear all about what we're doing there. And please don't be strangers. Put any feedback or comments you have into the app. I do read all of them, and if you leave your email address, I will respond to you.
All right, and I'll definitely give you the suggestion about being able to ask questions about recipes in general.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I do want to know how the cinnamon chicken turns out. So for you, when you make it, so let me know what you think, and yeah, with that, I want to thank everybody for coming on the call today. I want to thank everybody who participated, anybody who just listened. We do appreciate each and every one of you. My thanks to Cindy for hosting. My thanks to Diane for streaming and connecting. And, of course, thanks to my wonderful secretary, assistant. I don't know. Which one sounds better, secretary or assistant?
It doesn't matter to me. I'm your
All right.
secretary as well as an assistant.
Either way, you don't get paid, so...
Yeah, well, true.
Anyway... But thank you to Heidi, a.k.a. Spider-Woman, for helping out behind the scenes, as always. Very important work that she does, folks. So she keeps this call organized. So with that, it's onion rings next week, made in the air fryer. And we'll have that recipe imported into this app and using it as our assistant. So get ready to, interact with the app and tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies. And with that, Cindy and Diane, you may close the respective rooms.
Thank
Okay.
you. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thanks. I'll take us out. Bye.